in Week 12. The Seahawks lost their last matchup against the Antlers. Can Dublin do it again? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from the Emerald Isle. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
And you and I both know that any win he did last week, but there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Now Fields. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So that'll back him up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now it's Fields. They'll run the screen with Carson. Breaks a tackle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. Well, for Chris Carson, I mean, he is a powerfully built back, and using that size and strength there to good advantage as he shakes free of the would-be tackler. Throwing on third down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He's got a man complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Play action. Now it's Murray. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ebron with it over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. First down, Murray. Flushed out right. This pass caught by Hamler. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 10-yard line.
We're scoreless after one. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal. Now they try the right side here. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Interested to see what they dial up here. Third and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Antlers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Here's Carson.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. From the 41, Fields. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's able to get this way down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Buying time to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Justin Fields. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the first half. All knotted up at 7. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35.
But when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now a handoff looking right. Finds a seam inside the 40. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Throwing now is Murray. Escaping the pressure right. Murray has the first down and more. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a home. A big pickup there on the scramble. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. From the gun, Murray. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Touchdown! A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Antlers are an extra point away from tying the ballgame here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point up and through. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half as they take over with just 17 seconds left before the break. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Fields.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. So thanks to the late touch, well, who needs a halftime? Am I right? Let's resume play.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Field.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could have used a block from his running back, but I think you nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Now Landry. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
And we will get another look at Seattle's offense.
And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, Fields.
That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Final minute now of the third quarter. On second down, it's Carson. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. We're off to the fourth quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
And that's caught inside the 35.
They're not ready for us.
And all the way in for the touchdown.
J.J. Hamler, 83 yards. And the Antlers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Extra point right down the middle, and that will make this a 4-point game. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
That catch good for only a couple. From the 25 on second down. Fields looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. On 2nd and inches, Fields. He's got Mason complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Now, after that last running play, we've got an offensive lineman down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
Short throw to Dissly. And down inside the 15 he goes.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point. That time a 9-play drive, and it all culminates with a Seattle score.
We'll see a return here from the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Murray.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
Touchdown! K.J. Hamler with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Antlers have made it a 1-score game again. Here the 4th.
Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
And out now come the Seahawks.
And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run it with Carson. And shutting him off, now open field. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Now the defense going to use the 1st of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they take a knee.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So the victory here for Seattle, and they've got to feel good.